know about you, but I'm always looking for an easy way to create social media content for my business. And the easiest way I have found is by repurposing my long form content. Social media is your business card for your online business. It's a way to network and create those valuable connections. But oh my goodness, you either love it or hate it, am I right? But creating social media content is like a never-ending hamster wheel. You can easily fall into the trap of constantly generating new content, which can be so time consuming and challenging. That's where the strategy of actually repurposing that long form content for your social media comes in. We are going to talk about one of my favorite repeatable content systems, and that's repurposing your content for social media and your business. The power of repurposing. When I discovered the power of repurposing, it changed so many things in my business, but mostly it changed my overwhelm and burnout. Let's just say that. So you're going to repurpose content by just taking what you've already created for your long form content, and you're going to break that up for the different platforms and formats that it need to be for the different social media channels or the different social media platforms. And that's going to allow you to really maximize the value of your long form content that you've probably spent a great deal of time on. It then helps you reach a wider audience, and it can extend the lifespan for that one piece of content because you can keep pulling out little tidbits of information from it and putting it into a different format for your different social media channels. So by repurposing, you can breathe that new life into your content and increase the visibility and engagement for it as well. Here are some So I want to break down some techniques for repurposing your long form content. I always think that everybody does this, but it seems that that is not the case. So let's talk about it. So we're going to create, one is a blog to an infographic. So transforming your blog post then into like an eye-catching infographic with Canva is one of my favorite things to do and to put into a newsletter to subscribers, because we're taking that written content and transforming it then into visual content. So if people like to see things and read things, then it comes in two different ways for them to interpret it. So as you're repurposing blog content to your social media, infographics are perfect for Pinterest. I really think they're perfect for Pinterest. And then for Instagram, you can use that same, but you can change it into a reel and then just switch out the background with, instead of being just a solid image or a solid color, you can change it out for like a stock video so that it has that movement in there. So the next one, number 2, is YouTube to video clips. So if your primary long form content is YouTube, you can repurpose those recordings into short video clips. I'm sure you've already heard that one before, so don't overlook it. Besides changing them into the YouTube shorts, then you can also do the Pinterest video pins. You can put them on Facebook for videos. You can put it on Instagram Reels. And don't forget about TikTok if that's your platform. But if that's your jam, you already know about TikTok. But you just want to make sure that you're always repurposing those videos into an SEO optimized blog post on your website. You always want to lead people to the things you own. You own your website. I think of social media as rented ground. You may just get an unexpected eviction notice, and that would be horrible for your business. Podcasting to a blog post. Of course, this is like my favorite thing to do, and that's to convert your podcast episode into written blog post. Transcribe that content. It allows you to reach a different audience who prefers to read over listening, but mostly it helps with your SEO on your website. Again, you want to make sure you're bringing people back to your website, that you're having them subscribe to your email list. These are all key things that you want to do with your long form content to make sure that people are seeing it. So my podcasters out there, I used a script when I do all my recording and editing of my podcasts. And then I repurpose that content for social media by creating audiograms to share across those different social media platforms. Super easy. That's all I have to say about it. So what is the benefit? What is the benefit to actually do this for you and your business? Well, simple. It helps you increase your reach and exposure. Now, there is some caveats to it. So if you're an online business owner, creating content that platform is actually pushing is your best bet to create or increase, I should say, that reach and exposure of your content. You're going to repurposing your content that allows you to share your expertise that you've already put in a longer form piece of content with a wider audience beyond just the regular followers or your subscribers. And it does allow you to establish yourself as a thought leader in your niche. And this time and effort optimization. We all want to be more efficient with our time. It's our most valuable resource. Creating that original content from scratch is time consuming. I will never say that it's not, or maybe it's just time consuming for me, but it's time consuming. But repurposing that content then saves you valuable time and effort because you're taking what you've already created one time and making it new again. And friends, those are the perfect things to assign to your content VA. And then that allows you to focus on engaging with the audience on social media or working with more people. Repurposing content to your social media makes creating a content calendar also a whole lot easier. I'm just saying. So you have your one theme for the week that you're just going to cover that whole week instead of trying to come up with all kinds of different things to cover during that week. You have one content, one topic, and that's what you talk about for the whole entire week. What that does is it reinforces those key messages because the repetition is key. And as much as we'd like to think that everybody reads every single one of our blog posts or listens to every one of our podcasts or reads every one of our social media posts, they don't. That's not true. No one really does that. Well, unless you really, really love the person, then you potentially do that. But when you put that content in different platforms, it allows your viewer, your subscriber, your follower to be able to see them in different contexts and in short, bite-sized pieces. By repurposing that long-form content, you're not attempting to come up with new idea after new idea. You're keeping that content theme in line with your long-form content. I just mentioned that before as your time saver with your content calendar. Plus, you can use that same message for consistency and impact across all your different platforms, including your email list. Don't forget to let your email subscribers know about your new content. My weekly email is always in line with the content I'm creating, and I generally have some sort of personal story that I put on it because I seem to be full of those for some reason, and I'm sure you are too. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Repurposing your long form content for social media is powerful. Don't say it's not. It's a great strategy for your online business, and it allows you to maximize your impact, and it helps you save time and overwhelm from having to create so much new content. All you're doing is repackaging what you've already done, and you're putting it on the various different platforms in the format that they are pushing. You can attract those new clients then. You can optimize your time. You can optimize your effort. And it allows you to reinforce those key messages that you want people to know and hear. So don't just think that your long form content needs to stay in one place. Repurpose it and expand your online presence. Embrace repurposing and watch your business flourish. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you and I hope you have a wonderful week. Yay! Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you found this episode valuable and learned some actionable tips that you can implement in your business so that you can feel accomplished and less stressed. If you enjoyed this show, please take a quick minute to share this with your business bestie, subscribe, and leave a review. It helps me reach more business owners just like you. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future episodes, please reach out to me on my website. I've created a form just for you. Remember, with the right system and mindset, you can achieve the success your heart desires. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to chatting with you next time. I appreciate you and I hope you have a wonderful week. And don't forget, let's grow, friends.